Hey, good morning. So I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. And today is our daily reading. I'm going to use the Runik Tarot today. And we'll see how that goes. So I do personal readings. I did link my um, email. If you want a reading, just for right now, I'm just request. I'll tell you how much it is. I'm not even. I have options like a shorter one, medium, and longer. So, but in the subject, just put personal reading. So let's see. This is again daily. It is general, and it may or may not resonate. Let's see what happens here. What do we need to know today? What do we need to know today? Okay, guys. Current situation. Two of Cups. Present influence. Hermit. Then we have, I don't know if you can hear me, we have future influence. Five of Cups. What we don't see. Two of Swords. What to watch for. Four of Pentacles. Unexpected. Nine of Pentacles. Challenge. Nine of Wands. Strength. The Magician. Where does this lead, please? Nine of Cups. Well, that's nice. Even with that Five of Cups there. And then advice. Ten of Swords. Well, the Chariot is at the bottom of the deck here. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cards. I know you can't see me, so you don't know what I'm doing. So I feel like the Chariot versus the Hermit is so much different energy, but I do feel what I feel like, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of thought about somebody. The Hermit is the influence, and the Two of Cups is the situation or the current energies, and that is a partnership, a relationship of some sort. But I feel like with that Hermit there, that there's been a lot of thought about it. And I feel like with the Chariot on on the bottom of the deck is that like you're ready to move forward with something. Something's ready to go. However, there is this energy down here that feels ugh, and even up here a little bit because the unexpected Nine of Pentacles. I think it's a good energy, but I think it's also like if you're wanting a relationship, it's not the best because it's, I'm independent. I can do this on my own. Let me move it towards me a little bit. So I do feel like that's kind of what's happening here. I feel like um, yeah, I mean, there is this feeling of being done with something with that challenge being the Nine of Wands. And then the Hermit in the present influence feels to me like just, honestly, it almost feels like overthinking. But with the Five of Cups being in the future influence, I feel like there's also that feeling of kind of defeat to some degree. But there's something happening here that needs to happen the way it's happening. And I say that because of the Nine of Cups and where this leads, because this is about your desires and what you wish for. And to me, this is a little bit karmic as well, because if you have Five of Cups in your future influence, but this is where it leads, then there's a reason this Five of Cups is there, and there's a reason why you have to go through this whole process. Um, that's what I feel like. Because this is kind of the outcome, this is the influence. Well, either that or you're eventually going to get what, well, I think you're going to get what you want. It's just not in the same package. This is what you think you want, but, or this is what you want, and you see it a certain way physically, but it's not going to happen that way. It's like you can manifest it, right, with the strength being the magician, and you can make things happen, and you will. And you absolutely will with the Nine of Cups being in the outcome, but um, there's a feeling to me just like you're expecting it this way, and it's just not going to happen that way. I don't know. That's unexpected. Anyway. Um, and so what we don't see is the Two of Swords. There's some kind of decision here, and that's another thing. It's like, that's why I feel like something's coming in that will disappoint you to some degree, but it brings out, without the disappointment, you can't have this wish come true. And I think it's like confusing a little bit with this Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of hurt, but it leads to something better. Now, this doesn't have to be love. This can even be work. It can be something that's important to you. It definitely can be a partnership of some sort, either, a peer, a boss, anything. And then, yeah, I feel like that Five of Cups energy is saying, yeah, something's going to happen. So the Nine of Wands is your challenge, and that makes sense, right? It's just getting to that next step. Like, okay, I got to get to that next step because this feels really hard and I don't know how much more I can take of this. And that's why I feel like this is like you're almost disappointed, like in the okay, it's just not going to happen, nothing's going to happen, and then you get surprised. Your unexpected is the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like this also says that you're, as time moves forward, you'll be more confident regardless of what happens here, because there is a disappointment feeling, and something's over, man. You got to let it be over. Let's just let this be over and be done with it. um Let me see what I'm gonna pull three cards on that Five of Cups. Can you tell us more about the Five of Cups? Oh, King of Wands, High Priestess, Strength. There's, well, I'm not sure. What are we letting go of? What are we letting die? At the Knight of Wands, Empress, and Wheel of Fortune. And the King of Wands, Knight of Wands, same person. It is somebody or a feeling of passion, but I feel like I'm not getting this negative feeling, but I feel like it might be hard for a little bit. I'm looking at the King of Wands, High Priestess, Strength. I don't, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not getting any clear, well, maybe I'm not getting a clear message because it could be different for everybody. Um, and what you need, let's go to what you need to watch for, and we'll come back. Um, is the Four of Pentacles. Again, I feel like this has a lot to do with the Magician as well as being in your strength, that even though you may be losing something or something disappoints you, um, look for what you have gathered along the way. Look for the information you've gathered. Look for the tools you now have. Look for what you've learned. Um, this Four of Pentacles speaks of she's sitting there with something in her hands. And in the book, it talks about, that she's learned a lot from her peers or her masters. And even though the ship is burning and they're losing something, she has everything she needs because she's collected it along the way, which kind of reminds me of the magician energy too. And this is what you need to remember, is that all of the lessons that you've learned, everything you've learned, all of the things are important to keep an eye on, because I think that's to overcome that disappointment. This feels like a disappointment, and it hurts a little bit, but it's not the Three of Swords. So it is a disappointment, but it's something that you can move past. And it does have to do with a King of Wands energy. It doesn't have to be a male, because we have the Knight of Wands over here as far as what to let go of. And I think the wheel just says it's time to move forward. That's a 10. These are both 10s. Time to move forward. Time to let the past be the past with the wheel there. And then I think that's the only way to allow your wishes to come true, is to not focus on what you don't have. And there's going to be a little bit of focus on that for sure, because that's going to be an influence and you're going to be disappointed. But your disappointment will bring something better. And tell me more about the Nine of Cups, please. Yeah, there's going to be something new coming in. It's taking a while with the Knight of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords is you're ready to move towards something better, for yourself, for, a job, for love, for whatever reason. This could be anything. It doesn't speak super highly of love. It doesn't speak super highly of job. It kind of almost feels a little bit spiritual to me, because of the Hermit, even the High Priestess as a clarifier, the Magician. It's letting go of an idea. It's almost, okay, the words I got were, be you. Don't, when I looked at these cards over here, the Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune, the first thing I got was, it's okay to be you. Just be you. Don't try to be something you're not. And maybe that's the Empress energy there. Just be you. It's be no more putting on, and maybe that's what that's saying too. No more putting on, false pretenses. Those were pretty strong words. Just be you. So overall, real quick summary. I feel like there is some kind of energy partnership. It could be relationship with self or higher, your higher being, power, whatever you want to say, angels, divine. Your relationship with yourself, basically, your higher self. You've taken a lot of time with the Hermit, and that's like, you've been thinking about this situation, and I think in the future you become disappointed because nothing's moving forward. There's a decision that you'll have to make. How do I handle this? And the Four of Pentacles reminds us that you have gained a lot of knowledge along the way, and you have it, you're holding on to it. Nine of Wands challenge, just been hard, like it's been hard work. Magician, you've got what it takes. You are manifesting something very good. Nine of Pentacles in unexpected is, I think, yeah, you're going to be surprised. And I think we had this yesterday. You're going to be surprised. You're going to surprise yourself that how well you can handle diversity or these changes. Because I feel like there's a change, especially with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. But it does lead to the Nine of Cups, which feels to me like something that you've been waiting for with that Knight of Pentacles clarifying it. So there you have it. There is your energy or your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. please let me know and take care. Have a beautiful day.